What's going on, everybody? Doing a creek update. We're gonna walk the entirety of everything that I've got cleared out so far. This is pretty much where I'm gonna be starting at the next time I come out here. We're headed back the opposite direction now. I got the one half cleared out, so we've got a pretty serious couple log jams right here. So this will be one of the detour spots. Got a little bit of cleaning up to do here, but this was a trail that I've already been taking in a couple of the previous videos. And right down here in this section is where one of my entrance slash exit trails are, and this is where I've been working with the excavator and stuff. And I'm thinking we've got to have a natural spring around here somewhere, but that's one of the trails to get in and out of the creek. But there's definitely at least one natural spring around here. This is the wettest section of the creek, and the rest of it's pretty well dry already. I remember when I was younger seeing a few spots where water was coming out of the ditch, the side of the ditch, and it seemed to be a pretty constant thing. It's starting to get kind of dark. Sun's still shining outside of the woods, but it's gets dark in here pretty quick down in the bottom and under the shade of all the trees. This is another log jam that I'm not even gonna bother cleaning out. That's a deep hole there. We're just gonna let that one be. So we got the detour right here, little up and around, a couple little steep little hill climbs here. And then that is the second entrance slash exit. So this section right here, that spring's got to be right around here somewhere. This water here is about ankle deep. And then after this, pretty much nothing. Next detour spot, I'm definitely gonna have to clear some of this log jam out because there are some giant rocks here. I mean, I've got a size 13 boot on right now. That's a big rock. And there's a few of them in there. I'm sure there's a few more that's buried as well. And after I get the trail cut from beginning to end, then I'll come back through and really do some housekeeping and clean up all the little stuff. There's still a lot of vines and stuff that's going to get wrapped around your axles, and just a bunch of little stuff I'm not really concerned with right now. I just want to get the main part of the trail cleared out so that I can actually move in here. before I started cutting this trail, I may have said it in the previous update video, but there's spots where you literally get on your hands and knees and crawl, and it's still a battle to get through here. I say I've lived on this farm off and on my whole life, and this creek has never been cut out as far as the trail goes. At least not as long as I've been alive, and I highly doubt that it had been done before that either. So I'm thinking that the last update that I did may have stopped right here on this corner. It's been a few days, and I've worked all of those few days. So I believe that from here on is all new trail as far as what I've posted on here. We've got some really cool areas up this direction. A lot of natural obstacles. Got a few rock piles, and then like a bunch of tree roots and what would essentially be either a mud hole or a little waterfall, however you want to look at it. But I guess when it's dry, it's not so much a waterfall. I'll definitely have to come back here after a good rain and really show off how bad this place floods. Those mosquitoes are real bad in here. When it floods, and it's hard to see all the way back up in there, but it floods clear up there. And then we've got spots like this tree here, where that is easily gonna be a obstacle. And there's a couple of those along through here. Just have to do some building, get it on and off of it. Well, not on it, but be able to get back off of it. Probably do a slide or a spiral staircase. There's another tree that should be pretty easy to get up on. Man, mosquitoes are real bad down here. It's the only downside I've come across so far. Sorry about the shaky video. It's hard to walk through some of these rocky areas and swat mosquitoes away and still keep a steady hand. I'm real excited about this whole project though. Still got a long ways to go, but there is tons of potential down here, and one giant upside to building stuff back here. I ain't gotta worry about the cows destroying it. That was a real bummer up in the pit, and the cows destroying stuff. So this area kind of goes around the corner to another log jam down tree kind of a situation. I do have it cleared out down there, and then I've also got another trail that can bypass that as well. I am getting eaten alive out here. I mean, stuff like this, I may eventually bring the chainsaw back and clean it up, but for right now, I've just been wanting to bust a trail out from start to finish as quick as I can. So, and I've only just been using a Sawzall and a weed eater, and I've cleared everything out. So here's another pretty good rocky area. And then here's where we start to get into the tree roots and stuff. So this will end up being a pretty tight squeeze to get through here. I know it's kind of hard to see through the phone, but that's a steep incline and a real narrow passageway through there. And then this section here, we've still got a lot of vines to clear out, but tree roots for days. And then we'd probably be able to make something work to take a high road up here on this tree. We got this massive thing here. Pretty cool. The only part of the creek that I know has been cleared out before has been from this point forward that direction. You can kind of see where I used to have a trail up through here. I used to ride my four-wheeler down here, and it actually went up that hill right there and out into the hayfield. And then back this direction, used to have a pretty awesome mud run back here for the quads. Got another section there that somehow is still holding a good bit of water. And then I'm sure that there's some way to be able to figure out a line through that, but as of right now, that'd be a pretty technical spot. And then right about here is where my batteries died for the weed eater and the Sawzall. So I haven't got this last little bit here cleared out yet, but it's still semi-clear from, it's probably been 15-20 years ago, last time we rode four-wheelers back here. So it's not near as overgrown as what the rest of it was. And this right here is where the mud pit used to be. So it's kind of hard to tell through all the vines and everything. And there is a lot of vines here. Well, there's a critter highway through here. So that'll be another entrance / exit. And then the actual end of the creek is right there. I know you can't see anything on video, but basically where the tree line ends right there is directly into a cow pasture and an electric fence. So basically this right here will be the beginning or the end of the creek run, depending on which way you run it. So, best I can tell, everything that I just walked, what I've got cleared out here, that is probably about half of the entire creek run of what it will be once I get everything finished on the other end. I'm assuming it's hard to tell, but with all the bends and curves walking through the ditch line here, it's got to be somewhere between a quarter and half a mile. I'm leaning more towards half a mile. Maybe one of these days that I'm out here, I'll see if I can figure out how to set up some sort of record situation on the GPS on my phone and see if I can get an exact distance. Either way, it's going to be a long trail and lots of opportunity to put obstacles out here. So, got bunches of ideas, and I'm going to need bunches more as far as obstacles go. The only thing I can say for sure is that I'm not going to be able to do too much in the way of obstacles down in the creek bed itself, just because of when it floods, everything will get washed away. I mean, a lot of these rocks here, they were actually up in the cow pasture, and that's a good ways back and around a few tight bends. So I don't imagine that anything I put out here is going to last very long if I do put something down in the creek bottom. But I'll have trails up along the side of the creek like this that I can work off of. I can build off of trees. I can pretty much do whatever out here. This area is not used for anything. The only time it'll be a little tricky doing anything out here will be in the fall. Can't really be tromping around the woods a whole lot when somebody's hunting out here. So I'll be confined back to the gravel pit at that point. But until then, this is my playground. So this is the exit I've been coming to here, so I ain't gotta walk the entire creek to get back and forth. But anyways, hope y'all enjoyed the what's gonna be the bulk of my content here coming up. I'll either be building or playing down here in the creek. So, a little change of scenery, get away from the pit for a little while and let the cows calm down. But thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.